Hey guys, today we're going to be focusing on this concept called takadimi, and it's a way to dictate rhythm verbally. You can use it to dictate it on paper or say it out loud, here in the classroom, outside the classroom. So we're going to focus on that today. And so I'm going to need all of y'all to stand up. And we're going to put a very slow beat into our bodies. And I would like for you all to repeat after me after 2 beats. So if I went ta, ta, then you would start ta, ta. So after 2 beats, repeat after me. Got it? All right, so we'll start here. 1, 2, sway with me. 3, 4. Ta, 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 ta. Toddy, 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 takadimi, 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 ta, takadimi, ta, 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 toddy, 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 toddy. Toddy, toddy, takadimi, 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 ta, takadimi, ta, ta, ta. Cool. Okay, so based off that, what do you all, you can take a seat. What do you all see, like, how does takadimi fit into ta? So when I went back to ta and you all were still saying takadimi, how did that work?
Takadimi filled up the beat.
Filled up all of ta, correct? So we see this here in this relationship. You all know your values. So you know that 4 16th notes fit into 1 quarter note, correct? So we're just giving a name for the 16th notes. And so you see here, color-coded, that the first beat of all of these are actually going to be ta. So can you all tell me where I'm going to write ta on each of these? So on this one, am I going to put it on the first or second note? First. And the next one?
First.
And here, first. And that's because ta is the downbeat, correct?
Yes.
Ta is is the pulse of what we're saying. Okay, so now with the other colors, so what was D in relation to ta? If we're talking on and off beats, what is D?
The offbeat.
The off beat, okay, so ta, D. And we see that here. D is in between the 2 other 16th notes, right? So ta, D. So are D's going to be in either of these? Are we going to have a D there?
No.
Anybody? What about here?
Yes.
No.
Sorry.
Right? Do you see that?
I do.
Taka. So we're missing the D here. What about here?
Yes.
Yes.
The first or second one?
First.
First. And what about the last one?
Yes.
Yeah? This one?
Yeah.
Yep. Good. All right, and so the last, or no, we still have ka and mi. Okay, so what is this going to be? If this is ta, and this happens right after ta,
D.
D?
Ka.
D, ka, okay, D, you were right, it happens after ta, but we do not have D here because if this is broken up into 4 16th notes, this is the first 16th note, and the second 16th note comes right after. So without this, that would be D, but we're adding a dot, so we're adding the beat before, so it's ka. Does that make sense? Okay, so taka. Okay, and so,
I'm confused about something.
yeah?
What, that dot before the note head,
Oh.
is that extending the first part or the second?
I meant for it to extend the first part, but I was wrong. I should put the dot after the beat because we are adding to the second note that we see there, but it's in addition to these, it like is these 3 8th or 16th notes. Does that make sense? Are you confused?
I'm confused.
Still?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I messed up. The dot should have been after.
Yeah, but what's a dot do? I don't remember.
It adds, okay, so this alone is an eighth note, correct? You know that?
Mm-hmm.
So what is half of an eighth note?
16th note.
Right. So the dot means that we add half of the value.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I just erased that with my hand. So this is 3/16 notes, or an eighth note plus a 16th
Okay.
note. So this is like an addition sign with the plus the 16th. Okay. So let's move on to, no, we already did these. Let's move on, oh no, we were on calls. I'm sorry. Okay, so is this going to have a call in it? No. Okay, is this one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah? First or second?
First.
The first one? Nice. Are there any more calls on the board?
Yeah.
Where?
The last one.
This one?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, and so that leaves the rest being these. So let's stand up again and start clapping some of these, or saying these out loud. So let's stand up again, and we're going to start with ta. And what's going to happen is I'm going to point to these. I'm going to point to each, and we're going to move to that rhythm. Cool? So this is all we're doing is adding syllables to what we already know. It's just a way to get it all under one roof. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's start kind of slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, 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 ta-dee, ta-dee, ta, ta, ta-dee, taka-dee, ta-dee, ta, ta-dee, taka-dee, ta, ta, ta-me, 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 taka, 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 me, taka, me, taka, dee, me, ta, dee, ta, dee, me,
Ta, 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 dee, me, ta, dee, me, taka, dee, taka, dee, taka, dee, taka, dee, ta, 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 dee, ta.
Nice! You guys seem to grasp that pretty well. Alright, so we are going to put it into some pop music. So if you want to sit down and check out that piece that I gave you. Alright, so let's clap out that rhythm at the top. First of all, actually take a second and write in the takadimi. And rests are in there, so pay attention to that. And let me know if there are any questions.
What do I put on the second beat if ta is the downbeat?
Wait, what?
You said ta is the downbeat, so how do I label the second beat in measure?
Ta is the first syllable of every beat.
Okay.
So each beat is one of these. So each one of these beats has ta in it at the very beginning.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So ta's not just the down.
Right. That was my mistake.
Gotcha.
So even on beat 3, you have a downbeat, so there's ta there as well?
Well, it's a rest. So technically ta is there, but you're not going to say it because it's a rest.
So do we label that?
You can if that helps you. You can write ta, and then even on the fourth beat, ta, and then the last two beats are what? Or the last two notes are what?
D.
Demi, right. Do all of you have that written in? Does anybody have any trouble with that? You want to clap it out?
Okay.
All right. We'll do it slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ta, ta, dee. Dee, dee, ta, ta, ta. Dee, dee, ta, ta, dee. Dee, dee, ta, ta, ta. Dee, dee. All right. Does that make sense? You got it? All right. Well, I'm going to show you where this comes up. I think you all are familiar.
First things first, on the realest. Drop this and let down.
ta, ta, ta. Dee ta, ta dee. Dee ta, ta,
First things
ta.
first, I'm really
Dee ta,
fearless.
ta
Let
dee.
the whole world feel it. I'm silly. And I'm still in the murder business. I go hold you down like I'm giving lessons of
Cool.
Ta,
Isn't that neat? It's Iggy. Okay, so we're gonna move on. How much time do I have? Do you mind me asking?
1 minute.
Okay, well, all right, we're gonna move on to the Oops, I Did It Again. And it gives you some time at the beginning of the song to get the beat, so we're just gonna keep the pulse in our legs or wherever you feel comfortable. Okay.
Each year, 95% of
Advertisement,
homeowners won't have a plan. And if you do,
1 and a 2. That was the dog. 1,
play
body,
rate
top.
card, come on.
Okay, so it's fine with you. So when she physically says the words, I think I did it again, we're gonna dictate that. Alright, I'll give you a couple plays. That was your first one. Alright, I'm gonna start back a couple seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Alright, and then one more play, and then we're gonna talk about it. Or alright, last time. Alright, who has that answer? Does anybody feel confident? Yeah.
Do you want it in Takadimi or in rhythm?
Yeah, sure. Let's do Takadimi since we were focusing on that today.
Okay, well, there was nothing on the first downbeat, so then it goes dee ta dee ta dee ta dee.
Yeah. Did everybody else get that?